Good morning, everybody. Well, we are in Marietta, Georgia. It is about 35 degrees outside, which is bloody ridiculous for being just outside of Atlanta. But, being as it's the beginning of the year, we have to change out permits. Now, there's any number of ways you can do this, but I have found the easiest way is either carrying a propane torch on board, which isn't exactly legal. That's a little warm. Or the far simpler answer is a heat gun. As long as the permit itself cooperates and doesn't tear, should come off relatively easily. Just like so. Now, there's a couple more steps to this. We're going to switch over to the other side. That way we can get the other two decals off. We're going to talk a little bit about regulations. Now, first and foremost, you're probably wondering why it is this side looks different than the other side. Why do I have two permits on this side and I only had one on the other? Well, that explanation is simple. You remember back in August, shortly after I bought the truck, I was backed into. Well, that driver's side sidewall has been totally replaced. Thus, this side's different. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that there's two stickers stacked here. That gets to regulation number 1. You're not supposed to have more than one sticker on the side of the truck. Ever. Stacking the stickers is a DOT violation. Now, there are a lot of drivers that like to quasi-collect these things to show how long they've been running that particular truck. Now, most often, the officer will not enforce it, but if they decide to, it is a real expensive ticket to play around with. Now, I've never particularly made myself aware of what those fines are. Last time I checked, it was like $250 per sticker. So, year to year, your best bet is to just take the stickers off. Clean the area, put a new sticker on, leave no trace of the other one. It's just like hazmat placards. Now, of course, these are old and brittle. They're going to be a royal pain in my keister to come off. Even with the heat gun. That is really warm. Like, just get under it, get it started. That'll help. So as a commercial driver, you've got your IFTA stickers every year. And then it's either every 2 or 3 years, you got your New York Cut sticker. A number of times I see guys just take that Hut sticker and stick it on their bumper or wherever they feel like putting it. Hell, I've seen it on the side of the sleeper. Read the packaging. It says right there, plain as day, needs to be next to the license plate. Your IFTA stickers are supposed to be on the side of the truck, preferably as close to the rear of the door as possible. So my plan is I'm going to be getting a permit holder and putting it down here on the step. Still legal. And this one sticker is going to be a royal pain in my keister. That is really warm. Ooh. Ow, ow. Maybe I can roll it. This is another reason you don't stack stickers. When it comes time to take them off, these are specifically designed so if they degrade in a year. If you get 3 or 4 of these stupid things stacked on top of each other, it becomes a right pain in the keister to take off. Now, this is just one of my projects today. I also got a spotlight that stopped working on me. So, I tried working on it last night and just wasn't working. So, for the sake of everybody sleeping around me, I gave it up so that I wasn't bothering anybody. So, once I get done with this, I'll be shifting over to trying to fix that floodlight if I can. I'm hoping it's not actually fried. Now, I bought those floodlights. They're Case International Harvester Overstock. I bought all 4 of them for $75. And they're pretty decent lights for general area coverage. But the problem I've been running into with them is they're a little too broad on the flood aspect, I'd really prefer to have more of a directed spot. So eventually I'm going to replace all of them anyway, so that I get more of the lighting that I'd prefer to have. By the way, heat gun, great for frozen brakes. I bought this primarily for doing electrical stuff for the heat shrink tubing and connectors, but it has other purposes too. You can thaw out a set of brakes with it relatively quietly and a lot more effectively and safely than a propane torch. You can do electrical. You can thaw out mirrors and various other things. And once a year, take stickers off. So just a word of advice. If you're that company driver that habitually just stacks these IFTA stickers, stop being lazy. Do it right. Make your life a whole lot easier. You guys saw how quickly last year's IFTA sticker came off. One year, one sticker comes right off. Start stacking these things and, well, you see the result. Going back to those directions, it specifically states to be placed on the lower rear exterior portion of the cab on both driver and passenger. So it needs to be in this area, not back there, not up there, not up at the top of the cab. Generally, on your older trucks that have stacks, that's a go-to spot. Putting a placard or a permit holder on the stack, which basically runs right here. It's not that hard. Don't stack them. Don't make yourself a small postage stamp collection. It takes 15 minutes if you're not having to fight 3 other years worth of stickers. Hi, Pooch. Hi. Can you move, please? Thank you. I am so making this part of the video. Just sticking your big head in the camera, would you? So I'm going to flip you guys back over to a time lapse here. I'm going to take this light off real quick. Get that wire extended. See if we can't make this thing shine again. Hopefully.